Hello YouTube. Well, this is just an update because my dad asked me for an update on the engine, but this just shows you where I'm at. So I've got all the rust off, well, most of the rust off the cover here. So it's gone back on the engine, so that's how it's meant to look. And I have refixed the carburetor, as you will see in a minute. Oh, this lighting is so bad. Hang on. That will help, I think. Yeah, so there you go. That's closed, it's open. So that's fixed. That's interesting fact. I've saved as many parts of the original as possible. This little handle actually came off the original piece that went in and had that butterfly held there. So pretty much, if this was in good condition, like it is now, this is how I would have found it if it wasn't completely rusted and ruined. Now, I haven't really worked out what I'm going to do with this governor. For now, I've just sort of hooked it up there. No particular reason other than that was the little wire I found with it. Can't remember exactly where that went. And I believe this must hook onto this piece here, or, yeah, because the governor itself is meant to be able to... Now, I believe that's open like that, fully open. I believe that's fully closed. So we'll want that at least, not fully open, but maybe to about there. And I might even have this piece on backwards. I haven't looked yet. Now, I've got a can of something that I cannot pronounce on YouTube, but you can read it. They'll let you read that. They're not going to tell you off, but I can't say that because there's fatherless sons in the name. But that will get it. If this don't get it going, I really don't know what will. And I got myself a cordless drill, and I needed an attachment here. It's a 1/4 inch, and then that just goes on to the socket piece here that allows me then to go to a 1/2. So, yeah, it was a bit of a challenge to get it to there, but because I've got all that there, it means... See if I can do it with one hand. Let me just... Oh, and I made this little frame up here, so it's a little platform for it to sit on. So then I can go like this. Oh, wrong way. There you go. And that's how I'll start it. So that's easier than using a rope. Also because I could be sitting there pulling the damn thing all day and not getting anywhere. And I still need to work out how to fix this up so it stops coming loose. This part, this inlet part here, it wobbles a little bit. But yeah, no, I made this frame up today, or yesterday I just cut up a piece of wood to... Yeah, so if it does end up working, you could always put like a pump here or a reduction gearbox and bolt it to it, and yeah, it could turn it into a piece of... yeah, and I'm probably going to heat shrink this part. I'm probably going to undo all this cloth tape, and then I'll heat shrink that up so that it doesn't come loose. Yeah, so there's a few things I'm doing, but that's basically how this engine would look. So what do I need to do? Well, I can't start it until I get a fuel tank for it, because if you've noticed, it's missing a key element there. I think it either sat there or there. But probably there actually. There's a bolt. Well, that bolt snapped ages ago when I was pulling it apart. I don't know if you can see that one there. There was a little bolt there. But that's gone now. And it looks like there was some sort of pitting there. So I'm guessing that might have held the fuel tank there. Anyway, I'm going to go down to the tip this weekend. And I'll find an old lawnmower, and I'll take the petrol tank off that. And I'll take the spare carburetor off that. And just in case, hopefully it'll be a 4-stroke one, because that's essentially what we need. Now, I don't know if this 2-stroke carburetor will do the job. If it doesn't, the 4-stroke one and that's about as much as my mechanical knowledge will allow me to. Yeah, so I can't really start it until I get the fuel tank, and then I've got the pipe to connect it up, and I've got to set this governor so that it will be set right. And then on top of all of that, I've got to I've got to fix this part here, and I guess the final part really is just seeing if it works after all this time, putting it all back together. If it does work, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. Some of my friends that I was going to give it to don't really want it, so they live it out on a farm, but they don't want it. That's fine. So I don't really have a use for it. That's the thing. I don't really need it for anything. There's nothing I actually need it for. I might put it in the shed and turn it into a water pump or something like that. I was thinking of giving it to the men's shed, because there might be some guys down there that might find a use for it. But that's where we're up to. And this is what Villiers looks like without all the paint on it. But yeah, as you can see, this is basically almost ready to be tested. That's the only reason I haven't tested it yet, is because I don't have the fuel tank. I want to fix that part so that it's nice and perfect, because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to some things. I know, I really don't. I like my things to work. I don't like my things to fail. And I've got to set that. And aside from all that, that's about it. And yeah, this platform should work perfectly fine. It's not going to rock around. It means that you can, yeah, if they end up putting like a water pump or something with it, can either fit in the back of a trailer of a ute, or it could easily, you could dig a hole and it could sit in that quite nicely. And you could put like a plastic cover around it or something just to keep all the moisture off it. So yeah, it wouldn't really be that hard to do. And if you're wondering how you do the container, you'd either just turn a bucket upside down and put it on top, and then cut a little hole for the exhaust and let it run the exhaust out there, or you would cut a hole in the bottom of the bucket, put the bucket on top, and then put the lid on, so you could take the lid off and fiddle around with it when you needed to. And the same deal, put a little pipe to get rid of the exhaust gases. And then you probably need to feed a pipe so it's getting oxygen as well. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, peace out, ladies and gentlemen.